So I tried out these pieces and it all matched perfectly with my big squares. I'm going to sew a few of each and probably about 6 of each. And then I'm going to try to piece them together to see how I want them together. I'm going to try to get this on video with one hand. This will be interesting. I might have to put the phone down and back up and down and back up. So, because it's an angle, you want to make sure that the beginning of the fabric is right between, if I can get it in the camera, that little slot. It's almost like looking into a gun. Alright, so I always try to make sure that I make that. Hang on. But I try to get that right there, where that little slot is. I'll take this pen here to point it out. Right there, you see this little slot. Always make sure my fabric's right there. And then, and it's not on the 5/8. I always sew on the 5/8 so everything comes out straight. So let me put the phone down and get everything lined up right. Alright. Now. Alright. Now. So, did that. Now I'm going to go forward a little bit. And because I got one hand, I can't do it as fast as I usually do it. And I can't hold my fabric straight, so it may be all over the place. I push the reverse. This is to make my knot. Okay. And then I sew it until that needle gets right there, that pin. Pull that pin out. Keep going. I should have showed y'all how to thread your machines, but every machine is different, so that's really something you need to go to your instruction manual for anyways. And then just keep going right on down the line. And again, I only have one hand, and when I get to the end of this fabric, I gotta knot it. That goes to the reverse button. Push that down, sew it, release it, push it down, release it. That makes my knot. Then I lift my lever up. There's a lever back there. You lift your foot up. You turn this part right here. Lift your needle up. You never want to pull on your needle when it's down inside. Once it's up as far as it'll go, you pull this out. And I didn't release it good enough, did I? Come on. There we go. Alright. You never want to pull it when that needle's down in there. You can break your needle off. Okay, hang on. I gotta cut the string. Okay. Now on these triangle pieces, I personally like to go through and cut these edges off as close as I can. Now on square pieces, you usually fold them over. I personally, most people fold them just like that and make sure they sew across it so that it lays flat. I personally like to split them when I iron them out like that. And what it would be is you would open it up like this, flip it like that, spread it out. That's how I do it. Now most people pick a side and make sure they're all facing the same way. But on these triangle pieces, I cut the extra fabric off because when you open it up, what you have is a lot of extra fabric. So I cut it off like this one is, so that when you open it up, there isn't all that extra corner there. And of course when you go, you have to sew this in a 1/2 inch to the next piece, and when you go to do that, that'll be hidden. But I get as much of it off as I can.